Hey guys, what's up? Packside Gaming here. We are playing Resident Evil 7. It is the teaser. This is essentially the teaser that was displayed at E3, and they're letting us play it now. So this is pretty interesting, actually. Game is scary as hell. I played it last night, and I decided to wait to finish it this morning because I couldn't play it anymore at night. But there are several different endings to this game. So you have an opportunity to kind of just explore the house that you're stuck in, figure out why you're there, all of that sort of thing. And just to preface, this load screen only takes this long for the first time. So if you're trying to play multiple endings, it's only going to take that long the first time. So you wake up in the house. And I actually posted about a 45 to 50 minute video of one of the more obvious endings and an encounter in the basement. So if you're interested, go check out that video. And we're actually going to go into the basement in this video too. But this is going to be for the infectious ending and the actual true ending of the game. So I didn't do commentary in the other one just so you could kind of get a better feel for what the game is like. I actually turn up the brightness in the second part of this video as well. I would probably recommend doing that just in case you're having difficulty seeing or anything like that. This game is definitely meant for kind of a more darker environment anyways, so I'm playing it during the daytime. I had to turn up the brightness, and obviously so you guys can see what's going on. So what I'm attempting to do here is try to get to the true ending as fast as possible, and lo and behold, the game won't actually allow you to do that. Coincidentally enough, you have to come up here to grab the basement key, and then you have to go all the way down to the basement. And that's where you actually get the key to get out of that window there. And the whole idea is to get out of the house. So that's going to be your true ending there. But for whatever reason, the game wants you to progress through certain activities in this level, in this house. And it's not going to, every single time, I tried this dozens of times just to try to run up, get the basement key, run down to the basement, and get the window key for the attic. And every single time I got swiped. And I'll show you what I mean. And this is actually where you get the gun. There is a gun. There are several different weapons. Well, there are two. You got a melee weapon and a gun. And I'll show you, you can get extra ammo for stuff like that. But basement key, we're going to use the basement key. And what I mean by swipe, you'll see in a second here. You go down into the basement and you encounter this thing, this creature. And the whole idea is I'm going to run in here and try to grab this key as fast as possible. And this creature drops down from the ceiling. And he's right there every single time I try to run past him. Or try to get out this door without him touching me. He always gets me. Like, he's always there. And I got past him the first time, but then he's right behind me again. And it's almost like the game won't allow you to actually get past this part. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below if you were able to do this without actually going through the video footage of the game, which I'll show you in a second. But every single time he swipes you, you get this infection, and this is what the infectious ending is. But I would love to know if anybody has had any sort of success with trying to run up, grab the basement key, go down there, get the other key, and then run back upstairs without doing anything else, because I had the hardest time with it. And then the first time I actually witnessed the video footage, collected the axe, which is where you actually get the axe. It's through the video footage, and I'll show you that, obviously. But if anybody has had any success with that, please let me know, because I had the most frustrating time. And the thing about this game is, like, you play it over and over again, and you know essentially what's going to happen, but every single time it's just, it's so anxious, at least for me anyways. I got very anxious playing this game. I'm looking forward to the actual release of Resident Evil 7, but if it's like this the entire time, I'm just going to be on pins and needles, you know, waiting for the ending. Obviously, I have to play it. But this is the infectious ending, and you get swiped, and you know, you can run around the house all you want to, but the moment you try to escape, this is what happens. So you'll see this pop up, infected ending, The terror continues in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. So it looks like this is the beginning hour teaser, and then Resident Evil Biohazard is more, I would imagine, more along the lines of incorporating what's going on in the basement. That creature that you encounter. I'm really actually interested. You can press start through the start menu too. You don't have to actually watch that video. I'm really interested to see how this ties into the rest of Resident Evil. I know there's been a lot of speculation and nobody really knows for sure, but for me personally, Resident Evil 5 was probably one of the best ones just because I'm into co-op games like that, but it was a lot more cartoonish and you know, just run and gun and that sort of thing. And so this is obviously a lot more realistic, a lot more horror based. And just to show you here, I did turn up the brightness. All you have to do that is you press start and you go into your display and then brightness and then turn it up. And it's very simple. But so we're going to go get this fuse the same way we did before so that we can activate the stairs upstairs for the attic. And then we're going to go get the basement key. But then we're going to actually go witness the videotape footage, and that's where you actually get the axe. So like I was saying, I'm really interested to see where Resident Evil 7 actually fits into the entire storyline, if it is the Umbrella Corporation or if it's just a completely different direction that they're headed. I know there's been a lot of hints dropped and things like that, but you know, we'll see. Obviously in January, it is January, we'll see at the end of January. I'll be picking this up as soon as it comes out, so I'll be playing through it as fast as possible and I'll get it posted for you guys. But other than that, instead of going into the basement, we're going to go into the back door of the house. And once you actually get in here, you'll see all this shit. Like I said, I posted another video, so if you want to kind of see what's going on with that, you're going to get these bolt cutters, you're going to cut this chain, and this is where the videotape is hidden. So there's actually an interesting bit in here where you have to actually go take the videotape into the room that you were initially in to watch it on the TV. But there's an interesting part in here where I'm a little confused, and maybe somebody could help me out. You go and get the bolt cutters to cut the chain to get the videotape, but once you actually get to play through this videotape here, and you enter the house, and the chain is still on the cabinet where you cut the actual, with the bolt cutters, cut the chain to get the videotape, and now you're in the videotape and that cabinet is still chained. I just didn't understand that bit. Like, how did the videotape get into the chained cabinet unless it was like placed there? I guess you could assume that it was unlocked, placed there, and then locked back, but that just seems a little bit of a cop-out, I would imagine. I'm kind of looking around here because there's a lot of secrets in this game, and you just kind of have to wait for these guys to stop, you know, shooting the shit and actually get into the house. But the story won't progress without you, as you'll see in a moment. I actually try to run back to the start and then go back to see what they're doing, and they're just frozen there. They're waiting for you to actually follow them in. But you can run in past them, so I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the game, very, very spooky. This entire process without the brightness on, I would actually have to say, I know I'm rambling a lot here, but I'm just trying to kill the time. I know the brightness for me made it a lot less intense because, like I said, I don't know that there's necessarily anything that's going to happen, because you already know what's going to happen in certain situations, especially if you've played through it several times. You kind of get a better feel for, you know, if I do this, this is going to happen and that sort of thing. But it's less intense for me with the brightness on. I'm just, the entire time I'm so anxious. I'm worried about, like, is there a dude behind me? Like, is it going to be different this time? And kudos to these guys, the developers, for making it that crazy. Like, all of the detail. Look at all the moths flying around the lights. The shadowing is amazing in this game. The entire thing is just so well put together. So you can actually run past these guys. And I'll show you what I mean. This cabinet is still locked here. So that's where I was just a little confused about continuity, I guess. But if you go in here, in between, down there on the floor, in between the wall and the microwave, you'll get a lockpick. That lockpick is for this drawer here. And you're going to use that and open the drawer. Now, there's nothing in it now. And I'm going to open this drawer for shits and giggles. But there's nothing in it now. But then you press start, you can stop the video at any time. And it's going to put you back in the room where you actually watched the video. And when you go back into the kitchen, which I'm about to do in a second, you go back into the kitchen and there will actually be an axe in the drawer. We gotta get our dummy finger first. And there will be an axe in this drawer. So this is a melee weapon in the game. It's kind of just showing you that there are melee weapons available. Not that you can really even use it for any particular reason, it's just there. But this is where I noticed that I was actually able to get past this infectious creature inside the basement. There's also a gun, I'll show you where that is too, just again for shits and giggles. Picking up all of the items along the way just because I felt like the story needed to progress through certain item collections, and that was part of the reason why I wasn't being able to, or I wasn't able to actually get out of the basement with like unscathed without getting scratched or whatever. So there's some more ammo there, there's a lockpick there, and I know what you're thinking, you could use that lockpick to unlock the cabinet, but again, just for progression, I decided to just do the videotape scene. And there's a monster, and now all of a sudden I can get past him without any problems whatsoever. This guy shows up, there's the monster, and I'm just gonna hit this thing to knock him down, and that buys you enough time to kick this door. You have to kick it again, and it's very, very nerve-wracking. Like, where is this guy? But as soon as you kick it the second time, that monster liquefies and just deteriorates completely. So we're out. We got the key to the upstairs, and I'm going to show you where the gun is. We got that valve in the basement, and we're going to put that in here and turn it. And if you've been in this room before and you tried to flush the toilet without that valve, it'll say there's no water in the tank. Now you've turned the water on, you can flush the toilet, and you'll notice that there is a handgun in there. And we have a little bit of ammo. Again, not like we're actually going to be able to use it for anything because there's no one to shoot, and that crazy old dude that ever shows up only ever shows up behind you and scares the shit out of you. But so one of the more obvious endings I posted in the other video, that like 45-minute long video I was talking about at the beginning of this, there's no commentary in that one, so it's strictly for your viewing pleasure. And that's the one that I believe was actually aired and viewed at E3. So we got the key from the basement. We're going to put it in here and open the window here. We make it out of the house. But it's kind of a bittersweet situation because as soon as you make it out, there's this caption that appears that basically says all of your efforts and your experience was void. Like, when the authorities searched the house, no videotape or other corroborating evidence of murder was found. The man's description of the events were outlandish but detailed. However, they were discounted after a small amount of LSD was found in his possession. So you are basically crazy and no one believes you. But that's the true ending of this little teaser game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the game. Like I said, we're going to be playing this on January 24th when it actually comes out. And thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Packside Gaming as well. We're working on several more things in the future. But again, let me know what you guys think about this game and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys. We will catch you next time.